People don't know the blows you have had to take for the friends you had. You stood up for people who never offered you a seat. You counseled people while you were in need of therapy. You prayed for folk when you lost your own fire for intercession. You encouraged people while you were depressed. You checked on people when folk didn't realize you had already checked out. Y'all ain't saying nothing. You stayed up and stayed on the phone with people who would have told you to hold on while they clicked back over. But God says, I saw you as a friend, and I need you to know I am a friend that sticks closer than a brother. This ain't for everybody, but this is for those of you who have been a better friend to people than people have been to you. But you never complained about it, you never bemoaned about it, you never acted thirsty or desperate because they never remembered your birthday, never celebrated your accomplishment, but you were always there for you. But God says, I always save the best for last. This is the season that I'm gonna give you the friend that you deserve. I can't hear nobody. Would you look at your neighbor, tell him I'm not like the rest of your friends. I'm not jealous of you. I'm not threatened by you. I'm not in competition with you. I want to see you get all of your dreams. I want to see your children do well. I want to see you accomplish everything on your bucket list. And to prove it to you, when I give God glory, it ain't for me, but I'm gonna give God glory. Watch this, how your other friends should praise God for you. Would you cheer for them right now like you want to see them win? Cheer for them like you want to see them take over. Cheer for them like the promotion is theirs. You're made a whole lot of sacrifices, a whole heap of sacrifices. You have made a lot of concessions. You swallowed hard. You bit your tongue. You looked the other way. You lived without. You trained yourself not to cry. You convinced yourself a breakdown wasn't worth it. No matter how bad it got, you refused to make suicide an option. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Even though you had opportunities, you didn't compromise your morals, your integrity, or your conviction. There were times the devil almost got you. You got close to it, but you came to yourself and said, nah, I can't go back to where it is that I used to be. I've made some sacrifices. And you mean after the sacrifices I made, you think I'm gonna lose it because you ain't talking to me? You think I'm not gonna be all right because you unfriended me? You think my life is gonna crumble because you didn't open the door for me? This ain't the first time I've been hurt. All my life I had to fight, but I keep getting back up again because I learned how to sacrifice. My whole life, all I known is sacrifice. I had a mama that sacrificed. Worked herself to the bone. A daddy that sacrificed. Came home with no energy left, just sat in the front room drunk, trying to forget about the worries of the world, but make sure that we had food every day and had a roof over our head. He never told us he loved us, but he showed it. Y'all ain't saying nothing by making sure that the lights were on. Some of y'all ain't never had to make no sacrifice. Some of y'all have been able to tiptoe through easy street, but there are those of you didn't just go straight through school. You had to get a side job and had to braid hair, had to cut hair. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Had to type other people's paper. You had to send money back while you were still struggling. It took you years to get where it is that you were going. But one thing about you, there was some resilience in you, that every time you saw an obstacle, you just looked at it as there's an opportunity that declared no weapon that is formed against me shall be able to prosper. Had to make sacrifices. Your kids had no idea you wasn't getting child support. God, y'all ain't saying nothing to me, but you made it do what it do. They didn't pay you what you were worth, and the truth of the matter is you were doing your job and somebody else's. You had to rob Peter to pay Paul, but somehow or another you make sure that you didn't do nothing illegal because you wanted to be an example and a role model for your children. There were quick fixes, but you learned a long time ago all money ain't good money and fast money don't last. I'd rather wait because the slow always win the race.